Congratulations on everything ever in life, but I just want to talk about like the last 24 to 48 hours, how hectic it has been in Canada, playing a great show, trying weird croissants. How are you doing is basically what I need to start with.
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been a hectic couple days, and just coming down to the end of it now. So yeah.
But it's also going to start right back up because we need to celebrate the album, and you know that the lead track of Blacktop Blues. Like when I heard that, like there's no other way to open up this album. Where in the entire process did you write this song? And I think you wrote it with like Jimmy Tucker and Luke. Mm-hmm. Like where did this come into this?
So I hopped in there and finished this with Luke and Tucker. Jimmy was indisposed, so I hopped in there and finished this up with him, and I loved it. It was somewhere between Brandy and Tulsa Time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I loved it, and kicking it off with that really sets the scene for, you know, I'm on my way back to something. There's a lot of on my way to, you know, sanity on this project, and you know, this whole record is pretty much about where I'm at in my life right now, which is, you know, I got everything I ever dreamed of having in the palm of my hand, you know. Woman in a cabin and a dog, and one of the coolest jobs on planet Earth. So all these songs are, you know, about her and my life there, and having to be at any given time 1,000 miles away from it. So yeah, it's all about love and balancing that, and taking her with me and all that, and yeah.
Well, that goes to the song Hey Mississippi, and I know like you write it about your woman, your love, but when I hear it, like immediately, like it puts you in this zone, this vibe, your lyrics, the tone of it. What was it like playing it for her the first time? But also, how much did the song actually change from the first time you wrote it, which I believe was in the back of a bus?
It was in the back of the bus. That was written on a little rubber bridge. It was my title. When we had met, she had just moved there from Ole Miss, the university. She had a lot of Mississippi in her, but she's raised in Texas. So. The first little while of us dating, I'd see her and say, "Hey, Mississippi," just playfully, and had the title for a while and threw it out, and I just went, "Hey, Mississippi, hey, Mississippi," and Luke goes, "Now, Mississippi, hey." And I was like, "Oh, well, we're off to the races then." No, Mississippi is like a little lullaby. It's alliteration, and just it's so delicate and whatnot. But the difference between final product and original is really beautiful. It's all on a tiny little rubber bridge, and just solo acoustic, and just really stripped down. It sounds like Skinny Love, Bon Iver, you know, that kind of vibe. But the finished
it's beautiful. You have to like you see the original and how it's stripped down. The finished product is also beautiful and stunning. That everyone like I was saying, it just relates to them. So this is crazy.
Yeah, it's that sub bass. I mean, across the board on the record, the sub bass will rattle the change in your truck door. You know?
Oh, like I can't wait for it on vinyl. I can't wait to hear everyone's reaction to the rest of the songs. Like when I said Blacktop Blues, I can't wait to hear other people's reaction, which obviously you would love to hear theirs as well because you wrote it. But now that we're celebrating this, I'm going to get ahead of myself hearing how the original sounds of Hey Mississippi. Is this something you may release as like maybe put it on an EP down the line? Never say never?
I'll never say never. There's, you know, one thing I got to do that was a cool opportunity was not reimagine fully, but have a second go at Fearless. That was a cool opportunity. But to do, you know, a demo session kind of level thing, it gives songs new life sometimes, stripped down versions of them. But I'd love to do something like that, like a whole project of, you know, I mean, that's what I did at the beginning. It was just one takes of me sitting in front of a mic, two mics really, one on my guitar and one on my vocal, you know. But yeah, I'd love to do that one day.
You talk about how it was in the beginning, and I know like you had that viral moment when you were playing football and you were in all your gear singing the national anthem, and everybody loved that. First of all, when's the last time you played football, like even for fun? It's been a minute.
Probably senior year.
Okay, so it has been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah.
And you talk about how like it celebrates like having everything, but then also being like 1,000 miles away. When did you feel a shift? Was it, say, after that national anthem moment, or I know you also performed at a Commanders, I believe they're called now, game?
Yeah.
Because like there's so much, like I've seen you with Lainey Wilson, I've seen you perform at CMA Fest, I've seen you at Boots and Hearts, but for you personally, when did you feel like, okay, it's all now really here in the palm of your hand?
I think there's a couple different points that
Okay.
you think, you know, you're like, oh, I got it made. I got it by the throat right now, you know. And then that wears off, and you're like, where's the next mark I have to hit? You know, where's the next thing? And I think it's so important to stay hungry in what we do. You know, it's easy to get complacent. I felt a little bit of that, you know, when I bought my first house and did, you know, all the things, and, you know, get complacent and content, and that will take your hunger away, you know. Yeah, hard question. Hard
Tough,
question.
right?
Tough.
As soon as you saw me, like, she's tough. For everyone that will be watching this, I randomly popped out of a doorway, and that's when
Yeah,
immediately
she
you're like,
just,
this is the weirdest
just
person.
spawned out of nowhere, yeah.
Like, who is this person? But when you talk about complacency, but always wanting to be hungry, and like obviously it'll thrive you in creative, and why you have, what, 723 million streams and counting. I know, it's like, I can't, how do you say your hometown?
Odenton.
Odenton.
Nothing to do spelled backwards. You look at it,
Wait,
it's nothing to do.
I wrote it down
spelled
like,
backwards.
I'm from province of Saskatchewan, and it's Regina, Saskatchewan, and everyone's like, oh, it's the place that rhymes with fun. I know I'm going very offside with that, but how many like comedians would be like, oh, nothing to do? Like, first of all, that's crazy. My mind is blown right now.
They just, it's a very, like, everybody from home is like, nothing to do spelled backwards. You know, it's, I've hit people with that, and they're like, what? I'm like, read it. And they're like, oh my
Yeah, that just happened right now. We
Yeah.
will rewind and watch it real time. I'm like, yes, it was because I'm so gullible. But yeah, back to 723 million global streams and counting from nothing to do to where we are in downtown Toronto.
I'd never heard that stat before. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
and definitely counting. Just, are you able to take in those moments before you get hungry to do the next thing? Like, have you taught yourself that? Because like what you're doing is phenomenal. When you look at, like, I think your hometown is like 37,000 people.
Yeah, it's like,
And it's like pockets, I'm sure. Like,
yeah.
you just had a sold out show. People from another country are singing your words back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you taken a moment to take in, or it's just keep going?
You run so fast, you know, and the moments fly past you, and you're like, oh, that was that moment right there, and you just kind of got to grab it, put it in your pocket, and keep going, you know. I think the most important thing I've done to this point in my life was to get out of the city and get back to what I was born in, which is the woods, you know. Having that really gives you the time to process, you know. It, as a 25-year-old human, all I've done is quite a lot to process for one person, you know. But it's the part of me that wants to give the world, in my own right, a run for its money, that keeps you hungry and keeps you wanting to find out what's over the next hill, you know. There's something over there you just gotta see, you know. It's so vital, you know. But to also, on the other hand, have the ability to take a breath,
Yes.
you know, is so important.
Does Elk get to go on the road with you often? And have you thought of making an entire album just for them?
Just for Elk?
Yeah.
Yes, my dog named Elk comes with me all the time. He is a certified hypoglycemic alert dog. He is a tactical, very handsome young man.
Yes. These are facts. You're just spitting facts right now.
Yeah, he's the best. He's so sweet. But he comes all the time. He's great on airplanes. Yeah, allowed everywhere, anywhere, all the time, at all times. Yeah.
Is he here in Canada? Not yet. Next
No.
time. Next time. I don't want
Next
to.
time.
It won't be a sore subject. Next time he will be here. It'll be delightful because really, I want to meet your dog. It's like
Next time, last time I was here, I was like, can I bring him? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, but how much of a yeah? Like, am I gonna get hassled with this? Like, he's allowed. He's allowed.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Yeah.
Next time.
hey Canada, let Elk in, or you'll hear from me, and I'm gonna pop out of a random stairway and scare you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. She's gonna be in the bowels of Parliament there and just yeah.
I have such a lame transition joke that I'm going to make right now. Did you have a Heaven to Betsy moment when Keith Urban said how much he loved Fearless? That was lame.
It was, he just glided into the room. He just glided in. We weren't even rolling. And he just goes straight to Bob Harris, gives him a hug, you know, and he goes, Jackson, just Fearless, man. I just wanted to say it's a great lyric, you know, you don't always hear it up front. And you go, it's guitars at the beat, you know. So I had to go looking for the lyric, you know. And he's gushing over this, and I'm just like, thank you, Sir Urban. And then Bob made him do it again while we were on air. And I was like, Keith, you didn't have to, but thank you. No, having listened to him, I mean, my entire childhood, and having him sit across from you, get to interview him, and have him gush over you, it was just like speechless.
I needed to gush over something right now to your group. Did you hear his Australian accent? Like, that was spot on, 10 out of 10. What other accents can you do? That was magical. I thought you were Keith for a moment.
Keith Urban, yeah.
This is awesome.
The Glaswegian, they joke that I'm the translator when we go to like Scotland and Glasgow and that stuff. There's a general European thing that kind of works across the board over there, but I feel like I'm getting into some hot water now.
I'm like, you're getting the looks from them. Well, I'm going to get them some hot water because I didn't really workshop this last thing I'm going to try to do, which is a rapid fire, which is obviously, and I'm going to do a play off of Make a Liar.
Okay.
Play a single, great. If you said yes to this statement, would it make you a liar? Okay.
Okay.
Googled your own lyrics. So if you say yes, that means you have not. I see, that's why I didn't work it. Anyways, have you Googled your own lyrics? Basically, that's the question.
On like collabs and stuff, like in songs that you don't sing normally all the time. Like there's a couple songs and like I can start and then I'm like, and now I'm lost. You know?
Like, here you go, crowd.
Yeah. Y'all know this one? Yeah. Yeah.
We'll continue this great segment that I've absolutely thought out and makes all of the sense. Have you wrote a song about someone and they still don't know it's about them?
Most definitely not. Which would make me a liar, meaning yes. Most definitely, yes.
You sung a song so confidently for like years, but only realized years later that you've been singing it wrong the entire time. It doesn't have to be your own.
Like
for example.
No, everybody knows it's New York. Eat street tomatoes, not where the dreams are made of. You know.
Wait, really? Like really?
Eat street tomatoes. Yeah. You never heard that one? You
No.
never heard that? Oh gosh, it's classic.
That's your original version that you thought?
That's my original version that 10-year-old me thought it was eat street tomatoes.